Ja, immer noch.
Antwort auf die Entscheidung des Landgerichts Frankfurt circa so ausschaut.
Wo ist denn der Mittelfinger? Wo ist denn der Mittelfinger? Hier bin ich, siehst du mich?
Außerdem fallen hier wieder im selben Atemzug mit Shoyoka die Hashtags Antisemitismus und Rassismus, obwohl sie damit hoffentlich nicht gemeint ist. Ich gehe davon aus...
Ja, das ist halt das Ding, ne? Das war ja auch auf Kaya Jana oder sowas, glaube ich, bezogen und irgendwie noch ein, zwei andere Leute. Der hat ja irgendwie ein paar Verfahren am Laufen. Ja, das war nicht alles auf Shoyoka-Gedings, ne? Und das ist halt wieder das, aber auch das Problem, so. Also als Shoyoka würde ich mich auch erstmal angesprochen fühlen.
Dass er damit auf seine Abmahnung von Kaya Jana anspielt, und in meinen Augen sollte man diese beiden Themen aber nicht durcheinander würfeln, weil zusammen mit der Wiederholung der Phrase, dass die Shoyoka-Community junge Jüdin attackiert, und dann diese Hashtags, kann das echt zu einem falschen Bild beitragen, welches man von Shoyoka bekommt. Naja, Shoyoka hatte demnach endlich mal ein Erfolgserlebnis. Dies zieht nur leider einen riesigen Rattenschwanz hinter sich her, mit Konsequenzen für uns alle. Und ich befürchte, das wird auch mal wieder für Shoyoka selbst nicht gut ausgehen.
Ich bin eine Frau. Ich bin im Arsch.
Die hat jetzt gerade nämlich einen richtigen Höhenflug, der den Anlass für das heutige Video bildet. Wie so ein Verschwörungstheoretiker, der 100 dämliche Thesen in den Raum wirft, dann behält er mit einer einzigen davon so halbwegs recht und geht dann davon aus, dass alle anderen natürlich auch zutreffen müssen.
Ja, sie hat ja auch stolz gepostet, ich habe bisher alle Rechtsstreitigkeiten gewonnen, weil ich so krass bin. Also gegen Tobias Hoch hat sie gewonnen, ich weiß nicht, gegen Nemesis vielleicht noch? Also ich weiß es nicht, das hat mir nur irgendein Zuschauer hat mir das mal gesagt, da weiß ich nicht, ob das schon vor Gericht war. Das Ding ist, die meisten Sachen laufen ja gerade einfach noch. Also ja, theoretisch hat sie halt recht, aber sie stellt es halt so hin, als ob so alles klar ist. So, ja, natürlich gewinne ich halt alles, doch offensichtlich. So, die negative Feststellungsklage läuft noch, dann, ja, bei der zweiten Abmahnung hat sie noch gar nichts eingereicht bisher. Also wurde mir noch nichts zugestellt, meinen Anwälten auch nicht. Und die Skuros-Sache ist auch noch nicht vor Gericht gewesen. Also die meisten Sachen kommen ja einfach noch. Also hatte sie in ein, zwei Sachen recht. Und egal, ob das Urteil jetzt gut oder schlecht ist, sie hat ja erstmal recht bekommen. Damit hat sie auch, dann liegt sie ja richtig. So, aber da ist halt auch, also, was ist das für eine Aussage? So, das wäre so, als ob Köln am ersten Spieltag gewinnt und sagt, Bro, wir haben alles gewonnen, Alter. Junge, heftig, wir räumen so ab diese Saison.
Shoyoka wahrscheinlich gerade, weil sie bei dieser Sache bis jetzt
und ich weiß, es ist unrealistisch, dass Köln gewinnt überhaupt, aber...
Weil sie allgemein im Recht ist und droht ganz YouTube im Rambo-Manier mit Abmahnung.
Ich habe mich entschieden, in diesen Belangen auch gegen alle InfluencerInnen vorzugehen, die diese Aussagen von Tobias Hoch und reproduziert haben und damit dazu beigetragen haben, dass diese persönlichkeitsrechtsverletzende Schmähkritik von mir auf YouTube ein Dutzend Male wiederholt wurde.
Und jetzt wird's richtig eklig, denn wenn sie über Dutzende Influencer spricht, die das weiter verbreitet haben sollen, kann sie damit eigentlich nur Reactions meinen. Sodass jetzt jeder, der auf Huchs Videos reagiert hat, Angst vor einer Abmahnung haben muss. Allein aufgrund der Tatsache, wenn man auf die Aussagen von Huch reagiert und es damit logischerweise weiter verbreitet hat. Ich muss keinem von euch erklären, dass es in einer Meta, die davon lebt, dass man gegenseitig auf die Videos reagiert, auf Reaction-Channels, der absolute Super-GAU bedeutet.
Ja, vor allem, ich meine, wie gesagt, sie hat jetzt halt einmal recht bekommen. Das Lustige ist, spinnen wir das mal weiter. Ja, also man muss ja sagen, ist immer doof, wenn man halt irgendwie gegen Shoyoka argumentiert, so dass halt, also dass man jetzt sagen muss, dass das Urteil war tatsächlich argumentativ sehr dürftig auf jeden Fall. Also ich glaube, viele andere Gerichte hätten das anders entschieden. Das hat schon einen Grund, warum sie extra in diese Kammer nach Frankfurt gegangen ist. So. Und ich denke, das ist halt klar. So, nehmen wir mal an, sie würde jetzt 12 Leute abmahnen, die genau das Gleiche gesagt haben, und sie würde 12 Mal in der ersten Instanz gewinnen. Aber alle 12 Leute gehen eine Instanz weiter und Tobias Hoch gewinnt in der zweiten Instanz. Dann gewinnen auch die anderen 1 Dutzend Leute in der zweiten Instanz. Und dann bleibt sie auf Gerichtskosten von 13 Verfahren liegen. So, deswegen, also Shoyoka, was ich dir auf jeden Fall anbieten kann, oder Dave guckt das hier auf jeden Fall gerade, der soll es Shoyoka sagen. Sollte ich solche Sachen irgendwo reproduziert haben, dann sag mir bitte Bescheid, ich nehme die Videos gerne offline, da musst du mir keine Abmahnung schicken. Das macht es auf jeden Fall deutlich einfacher, als wenn wir da noch mehr Geld an Anwälte verbrennen. Das haben wir nicht nötig. Ja, deswegen nur so an dieser Stelle. Wäre aber lustig, ja, und wie gesagt, ob jetzt dann durchgehend diese Sachen Sinn machen, also so Rechtsstreitigkeiten sei mal dahingestellt. Die Antonia-Stiftung zahlt's doch gerne. Ja, Shoyoka hat gepostet, ich glaube auf ihrem Discord, da habe ich auf jeden Fall eine Nachricht bekommen, dass sie gerade ihr erspartes Geld fürs Studium und so weiter benutzt. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, wie viel Geld sie da zurückgelegt hat, aber die hatte ja schon Monate, wo sie tatsächlich sehr gut verdient hat. Sie wirkt jetzt ja auch nicht abgehoben jetzt, sie hat keine Markenklamotten oder scheint jetzt auch nicht viel auszugeben, also zumindest wirkt sie so. Kann ich mir schon vorstellen, dass sie da gut Geld zurückgelegt hat und das halt jetzt dafür nutzt, ne? Was ja keinen Sinn macht, weil investier das doch lieber in irgendwelche Aktien oder ETFs oder so. Ich meine, das Geld, selbst wenn du recht bekommst, ist weg.
Also das macht das Ganze ja noch lustiger.
Ups. Damit würde sie mit der einen Sache, bei der sie recht bekommen hat, maximalen Schaden anrichten und auch eine Menge von kleineren Streamern ans Bein pissen. Ich kann durchaus nachvollziehen, dass du ein Problem mit den Aussagen von Huch hast und dagegen vorgehen möchtest, aber warum alle Leute auf den Weihnachtsmarkt mitnehmen?
Ja, mir ins Sub da lassen ist auch immer die richtige Entscheidung.
So kleinen Strohhalm greifen, um anderen an den Karren zu kacken.
Quiet! Keep it down up there! What did I just say? I'm calling the police!
Auch ich hatte auf meinem Zweitchannel JJ Riddle auf Tobias Huch Videos reagiert und ich stand speziell diesen Aussagen eher kritisch gegenüber. Aber theoretisch ist das ja schon eine Weiterverbreitung.
Boah, ist halt eine gute Frage. Ich glaube, wenn man das kritisch einordnet, weiß ich nicht, ob man das dann nicht zeigen darf sogar. Wenn man sich inhaltlich damit befasst und dann sogar dagegen spricht, kann sein, dass es dann erlaubt ist.
Also dafür abgemahnt, weil ich sie eher in Schutz genommen habe?
Ist das dein Ernst? Ist das dein scheiß Ernst, Mann?
Und ich weiß, Leute, eigentlich sollte ich mich nicht mehr wundern. Mittlerweile wissen wir ja, wie sie tickt. Kommen auch gleich dazu, wie sie Hand of Blood verraten hat, nachdem er ihr auch einfach nur helfen wollte. Doch Shoyoka dachte sich so auf Twitter:
Wie kommst du damit klar? Kannst du eine...
Watch these on stream. The moment of the shooting of visitors in the Crocus Hall. Bro, I can't imagine being in this mall. This guy is just like on this catwalk above, just like filming this and leaning over and filming it. Holy shit. How do you get away from this? Did they just get in a car and drive away? Okay, I just want to be rock solid and crystal clear in this, okay? You put your tongue on your teeth or something? No, my ordinary tongue goes to the left, like the front left. It's not placed correctly in my mouth when I make an S sound, but it sounds relatively normal. I used to say it like this when I was in school, using the side of my tongue. So now I use like the front left of my tongue, but it's still not correct. This is around where the S is supposed to be placed. Like if I speak like this, hold on. Okay, these are where I say my S's right now. You can see my jaw move a little bit because my tongue is going to the side of my mouth. This is closer to the correct placement of where the S is supposed to go, but even though my lips aren't moving now, the S, obviously it sounds like I have a very noticeable lisp when I speak like this. I don't know if I use Jesus. If I use that S for a few weeks, maybe it'll sound better. Maybe I'll correct over time. I'm not sure, but I'll do like after I think next week is the last week of my Invisalign, and then I switch to like the permanent trays or whatever. I might I'll try to find like a speech pathologist and just correct it. You probably change your opponent's mind more often than you think because people often come around to arguments afterwards, even if they fight them at the head of the moment. Maybe, who knows? Do you have a TMJ problem? No, thank God, no. I used to grind my teeth a lot, or I used to. I have my Invisalign in, so I don't know if that counts as grinding anymore. But I don't have any TMJ shit. Oof. The weirdest thing I've noticed on some girls that have TMJ issues is if they're really sensitive to like neck or ear kissing or whatever, if you're kissing their neck or ear, you could hear their jaw clicking and popping while you're doing it. Oh! Ooh. Now say, step away from the fair maiden like that. Good. Sorry for changing the topic a bit, but wasn't the two-state solution already implemented by the creation of the Emirate of Transjordan? It was actually a bigger chunk of Palestine mandate. Wow, good point. Yunistan should be kissing, not fighting. Okay. Okay. Let me just run through this super quick. Norm tweeted out, Moron Specialis. I have been challenged on one and only one point in the Lex Friedman debate. Here is the relevant excerpt from the official transcript. I filled in the legal term that I used and placed it in uppercase. I don't know if you use the phrase dolus specialis, that the international part of genocide, muin. I don't know that term. Me. I think it's called dolus specialis. It's the most important part of genocide, which is proving it is a highly special intent to commit genocide. It's possible that Israel could. That's mens rea! Yes, I understand the state of mind, but for genocide, it's called dolus specialis. It's a highly special intent. Did you read the case? Yeah. It is a highly special intent, inaudible. He says, mens rea, criminal intent from the Latin for guilty mind, denotes the legal principle at stake, while dolus specialis, criminal intent to commit genocide, denotes one application of it. Here is an example of the usage from the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda. Okay, so he's kind of correct here. I would say he's correct here, if I'm not being really picky. But the problem is, if I say the more precise term, why would you correct me with a less precise term? Like, if I say, I think the example I gave to Like yesterday, if I say, I drive a Mustang, and somebody goes, you mean a Ford? What? Or more aptly, if I say, tomorrow, I'm going to a racetrack and they only allow certain types of cars on there. For instance, I have to bring my Mustang. They'll only allow Mustangs on the track. And somebody would say, you mean a Ford? No, they don't use, not all Fords. I mean, a Mustang is a Ford, but not all Fords would be allowed on the track. I'm very precisely talking about a Mustang for this track. On this particular day, they only want Mustangs on the track. It doesn't make sense to call it, to just say Ford. But the ultra ironic part of him linking this case, and I don't know if he just didn't read it or if he actually, maybe he truly does have poor reading comprehension, okay? Now, I need you to turn your brains on for a moment, okay? Because we're gonna be on one right now, okay? We're gonna be diving into the pedantry of this, all right? It is important, I think. In considering whether a perpetrator had the requisite mens rea, regard must be had to his mode of participation in the given crime. Under the Biscicero indictment, I'm not going to try to pronounce half these names, Elizaphan was convicted of aiding and abetting genocide, while Gerard was convicted of committing genocide. The requisite mens rea for aiding and abetting genocide is the accomplice's knowledge of the genocidal intent of the principal perpetrators. So what this particular part of this case was considering was, here's the question, and it's so funny because it so perfectly illustrates my point, and it perfectly illustrates that Norm has no idea what he's talking about here. Here's what's happening right now. For genocide, to commit to do a genocidal thing, you have to have the dolus specialis, and then I think it's actus reus or dolus actus or something. There's some other dumb Latin term. You have to do a thing, okay? You need to have the dolus specialis. This is the intent to commit genocide, the special intent. Dolus specialis, the special intent. Anytime you read special intent in a genocide document, that's what they're referring to. Dolus specialis is special intent. You have to have this, and you have to have the action, okay, of whatever you did that was part of like committing the genocide, right? What this case was trying to figure out, though, was another guy over here, okay? Another guy over here, he helped this guy. He aided this guy, all right? But what the court was trying to figure out is, if he's aiding and abetting in a genocide, does it count if he doesn't have dolus specialis? Because typically we'd say you need the special intent to commit genocide. Having the mens rea of helping him, having the criminal mind of helping him commit a crime, isn't enough to get you to genocide. The mens rea of committing the crime, that's not enough. You need the special intent to commit genocide. And we don't know if aiding and abetting somebody, killing somebody who's committing genocide, also makes you as aiding and abetting a genocide. And what the court found was, the court said that, well, if you know of his special intent, so if you know his dolus specialis to commit genocide, and then you have the prerequisite mens rea to help him kill somebody, then we can be said that the transference occurs there, that you have now aided and abetted in genocide and you can be held culpable. But the analysis here to get him to a genocide-related charge means that he needs to be aware of his dolo specialis. And if he does know about his genocidal intent, then we can say that he's aided and abetted in genocide as long as he meets the mens rea for having aided and abetted in that particular crime and he has the knowledge of his dolo specialis. Okay, sorry. So I'm giving you a little bit of background on what they're trying to prove here, and then that's what this is about. From the evidence, the trial chamber found that the attackers in Becicero had the dolo specialis, the specific genocidal intent. Furthermore, in the view of the appeals chamber, it is clear that Elizabeth knew of this intent. That's the guy who's convicted of aiding and abetting. Since he knew of the dolo specialis, the trial chamber found that Elizabeth was present during several attacks on refugees in Becicero, including situations where the armed attackers saying, exterminate them, kill them, blah, 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 while chasing and killing Tutsis. It is from this, as well as from Iris transporting the armed attackers and directing them towards fleeing Tutsi refugees, that the trial chamber found that Elizabeth had the requisite.
Yeah, you're jealous. Can't believe someone gets under your skin so much. No, don't ban that guy. That's awesome.
Just finished a JP debate and was surprised to see how much his fans enjoyed the discussion and liked your performance. Congratulations, me and your mom are proud. Thanks.
You're right, Chatter. You caught me. You caught me, Chatter. I'm jealous of two-time divorced, zero friend having, only fucking manipulating people in his orbit.
What? Okay, sure. 2 times divorced. Damn, we're reaching back to the 2009 there. Okay. But I mean, as opposed to what? The 0 times married? I mean, like, what? Okay.
Zero friend having, only manipulating people in his orbit.
Why he even has the anti-fan lingo down. Jesus. My God.
By offering them a crumb of clout. Dude who left his child and his first wife behind to go fan's girlfriend, married the fan's girlfriend, only to get divorced by the fan's girlfriend.
How does he have so much detailed holy shit. Oh my God.
It was getting ripped to shreds. I'm fucking so jealous, dude. Like,
wait, hold on. If he has all this information, okay, for real. We need more contributors to the DGG wiki, all right? We've got some really high quality articles on here. If you're a lore expert, all right, and you're a sub in chat, you should log into the wiki and start writing articles. Hassan should start submitting, okay? He's got so much information. He seems so knowledgeable. He could be a main contributor.
I'm so jealous, dude. Like, there are things you could have said in here that would have, like, maybe garnered some level of support. But writers of Mr. Bonarelli are so divorced from reality, just like their daddy is divorced 2 times, to any normal person that hears what you are saying to go, really? You think like,
do you think he writes these do you think he writes these down before stream? We need to do an eye tracker analysis. Do you think he writes these down as like reading them off, or oh my God?
I think this dude is jealous of like a genuinely, legitimately radioactive individual, 5'4", can't grow a normal beard, literally has 0 normal friends, constantly in a state of panic, duking it out with like every single person that he's ever encountered regularly, burning.
He must. This has to be prepared. He must have sat down and like, all right, we're getting it all here, okay?
Burning bridges and holding that up as like some kind of intellectual standing. Got fucking cumstered once he bit more than he can chew, as far as like duking it out with a dude who actually knows what he's talking about and is just as stubborn. There are definitely things that you could say, but I mean, you're comparing me to an objectively miserable person.
True.
Yeah, why can't I defend genocide in your subreddit? Exactly. That's how we started off, by the way. Stop. Last time I was in here, you said you and D are as bad as each other. You can't go 5 minutes without mentioning the other. Also insane, because my I don't mention Destiny I don't mention Destiny policy, only recently was destroyed due to his unhinged pro-genocide takes. That dude has been basically living in that universe. I wasn't talking about Destiny either.
Who has Hassan talked to this year?
One video with Divorce Man and all of a sudden you're obsessed with him. I know. By that very same metric, Destiny has been...
Oh my god, what happened? Yeah, your jeans are all up.
You sound ancient. What do you say that?
What do you mean I sound ancient?
You sound like an old person.
You don't think we had ripped jeans when I was in high school?
Exactly. So why are you saying that?
Shut up. You don't know anything. Just because you're 19, okay? Okay. Hold on, I had another link of it. Oh, wait, there's another super chat. She's not actually 19, she's 18. Just finished JP debate and was pricey how... Oh, wait. I thought there was another super chat. Oh, you think now that you've done the in with Shapiro and Peterson, they'd come on Burgess to chat? I have no idea. Amazing work on the debates. It's been great to watch. Have you thought on physical presence, like how you sit, speak, and respond in these discussions? No, not as much. That shit's lame. Don't care. Suck my dick. I ordered even more t-shirts. That new red one you saw for me yesterday, that was a fresh new t-shirt. I'm getting the best t-shirts, the best sweatpants. That is my uniform. And I do it just to spite you. I do. I literally do it to spite you. I know there's people in chat like, oh, why are you wearing a suit? Oh. Why do you speak differently on stream versus on other people's platforms? I swear I'm not tripping, but there's a lisp or something. Usually if I'm coming to stream, I'm starting in my apartment, which means I probably just spent the last like 2 or 3 hours with your mom, and she f***s me silly sometimes. So I concentrate, and I can't even concentrate because I'm just thinking about mom. Wait, we didn't finish this.
Psychopathically obsessed for years, which he really is. I mean, he's made you're obsessed with him. I know. By that very same metric, Destiny has been psychopathically obsessed for years, which he really is. I mean, he's made hundreds of videos about me over the course of the past 4 or 5 years now. Hundreds. And he tries to justify it by saying, oh, because he's like a really big political figure. A really big political figure that we're supposed to be in agreement on because he's supposedly a liberal or a progressive.
Wait, what? What would we be in agreement on, motherfucker? You're a tanky. We don't agree on anything. Liberal people on the left or the right. In fact, I thought about this yesterday. I have no formal way of figuring this out. This paradigm of left versus right, where you've got a continuum, this paradigm truly, if you're speaking about plotting different people, really has to be restricted to certain political views. This paradigm only works when you're talking about like comparing liberals to liberals, like people who are part of the overall like movement of liberalism. So we can put like Republicans, we can put like Democrats, you can go down here and get like progressives, you can probably put like libertarians potentially here, but it only works with liberals. But once you start running into people that are anti-liberal, so when you get to like, wait, I can't write up here anymore. Over here, you'd have like communists, socialists, real ones, not like progressives who are like sock dem or whatever, like actual like commies and socialists. And then over to the far right, where you get to people like Christian nationalists, authoritarians, fascists, I don't know, anything like, whatever is illiberal. You can't really put them on the same spectrum. Like, you don't go a little bit to the left of, liberal and become illiberal. You don't, I'm sorry, I used 2 different versions of liberalism. You don't go further to the left of Democrat and then become progressive and then lose your liberalism and you're still on the same spectrum. It's a totally different thing. I have about as much in common with Hassan as I would have with a Nazi. Once you've abandoned any concept of Bill of Rights related stuff, private property rights, of government ensuring your rights to different freedoms, once you've abandoned all of that in favor of some other hierarchical organizing principle for society, we're out of sync on everything. There's nothing there anymore to be related to one another. Illuminator, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. So the idea that we're supposed to line up on anything, and Hassan's community knows this. That's why in Hassan's community, liberal is an insult. When you call somebody a liberal in his community, that's an insult. Probably more than calling them a conservative. Did you notice JP leaning forward aggressively, or did you take it that way? A little bit. I just thought he was excited. I don't know. Do you think Jonathan Haidt's moral matrix theory maps onto current progressives, or do you think they're more conservative? I don't know. I haven't looked at much of Haidt's stuff. I only read that one article of his a long time ago, the coddling of the American mind or something. Thorin and Monte Cristo had a 10-minute cope session. Wait, hold on.
Aggressive. Then their counter always is, well, Ben Shapiro. You do a lot of videos about Ben Shapiro. Of course I do. A lot of videos about Ben Shapiro. I hate Ben Shapiro. I disagree with Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is a reactionary conservative.
Dan is looking rough. Hey, you, I miss poke. Bitch. I look fine. I look pretty damn good for 40 years old. All right? I don't know how did I get to be 40?
One year at a time.
Wild that shit is that I'm 40. I feel like I'm 24, but I'm 40 somehow. Shit is.
Why was this clipped? What do we?
Really fucked up.
Okay, all right. In case you missed it, the name he read out was I Miss Poke. Oh. Okay, good one.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
Steve, did you call me anti-Semitic?
What? I don't know.
No, wait.
I don't think Lycan is anti-Semitic. I'm like, I'm online poisoned. This would remind me of like when Melina would ask me, oh, like, do you think we'll be together forever or whatever? I'm like, I don't know, hopefully. I don't know, what am I supposed to say? I can't read the future. I don't know 100%. Listen, I try not to stake strong positions on things that I don't know 1 billion%. I don't fucking know if Lycan is anti-Semitic. He's probably not. I don't think he is. Kind of like how Destiny aids the application of the Israeli genocide by lying about it despite not having any desire to genocide the Palestinians himself that we know of. Oh, you know what? Even though he kind of fucks the terms up here and misunderstands, yeah, this example kind of works. Okay. You edit translating from Swedish? Wait, oh wait, did I? No, I didn't. That's click to translate from Swedish. Wait. Oh wait, what? Wait, why did it just change? Wait, what the fuck just happened? Am I getting trolled right now? Wait, what the fuck just... Did it just... Oh wait, you guys can't even see it because my camera's... I don't know if I don't like my camera up here. August said my camera is better up here. Do you think it is? He says it's better up here because if I watch other streamers react to me or whatever, we don't block their... Fuck August. We're coming back down here, boys. Give me some claps. We're back. We're so back.
Need help? Farewell. Have a good one.
Would Sabra Shatila be a good example of that distinction? The Lebanese army had Dolas. Israel could be argued had mens rea. Maybe, possibly. Possibly.
That's the lie.
What? Well, Nick Fuentes reacts to his cameo appearance in the Mind of Destiny Turkey Tome documentary. You should just read the UN explanation every time it comes up. Oh, I almost actually responded with this yesterday, but then the studio setup stuff got way more complicated. A mental element, the intent is the most difficult element to determine. To constitute genocide, there must be a proven intent on the part of perpetrators to physically destroy a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group. Cultural destruction does not suffice. Why do I keep suffice? Suffice to say. Suffice. Suffice. Does not suffice. Nor does an intention to simply disperse a group. It is the special intent or dolus specialis that makes the crime of genocide so unique. In addition, case laws associate intent with the existence of a state or organizational plan or policy. Even if the definition of genocide in international law does not include this element. Several gunmen burst into a large concert hall on the edge of Moscow on Friday and sprayed visitors with automatic gunfire, killing at least 40 and injuring 100 others in an attack that came just days after President Vladimir Putin cemented his grip. This happened, or this is ongoing? Is it all done now, or?
Have a good one.
Ongoing? They got away? No shot. They got away? There were no immediate claims of responsibility for the raid, which Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin described as a huge tragedy in which state authorities were investigating as an act of terrorism. It was the deadliest attack in Russia in years and came as the country's war in Ukraine dragged into a third year. Russia's Federal Security Service, the main domestic security and counterterrorism agency, said 40 people were killed and more than 100 were wounded in the attack at Crocus City Hall, a large music venue on Moscow's western edge. Russian news reports said that the assailants threw explosives, triggering the massive blaze at the hall, which can accommodate 6,000. Video from outside showed the building on fire with a huge cloud of smoke rising through the night sky. The street was lit up by the blinking blue lights of dozens of fire trucks, ambulances, and other emergency vehicles. I think there's one thing I haven't sealed yet. Hold on, let me listen. Okay. Wind solved. Don't watch these on stream. The moment of the shooting of visitors in the Crocus Hall. Wait, why is it already empty? Did they like explode it before shooting people? Actually Tenet in real life?
Стреляют из автомата. Стреляют по толпе.
Russia killed a shit ton of Islamist militants recently. It's likely going to be a race to claim responsibility, and the RU government will amplify whatever serves them. Wait, like in Syria or something, or where? Or in or within Russia? Oh, Chechnya. Extended rounds of gunfire could be heard in videos posted by Russian media and on Telegram channels. One showed two men with rifles moving through the venue. Another showed a man inside the auditorium saying the assailants had set it on fire as gunshots rang out incessantly in the background. Other videos showed up to 4 attackers armed with assault rifles and wearing caps who were shooting screaming people at point-blank range. Andrei Vorobyov, the governor of the Moscow region, said he was heading to the area instead of a task force to deal with the damage. He didn't offer further details. Russian media reports said the riot police units were being sent to the area as people were being evacuated. Russian authorities said security was tightened at Moscow's airports and railway stations, while the Moscow mayor canceled all mass gatherings scheduled for the weekend. White House National Security Advisor John Kirby said Friday that he couldn't yet speak about all the details, but that the images are just horrible and just hard to watch. advice for somebody who wants to start making political content?
I got the advice. I know what they should do.
Not?
Start going to viewer call-ins.
Oh.
Getting your name out there. That's like the best strategy. You gotta come in with a really strong pick, though.
Jesus. 3 individuals from the majority Muslim region of Ingushetia in southern Russia, between North Ossetia and Chechnya, have reportedly now had a warrant placed for their arrest in connection with the terrorist attack tonight against the Crocus Consul in Moscow. How do you get away from this? Did they just get in a car and drive away? Do you think that random filmmakers should be allowed to make Marvel movies, or where do you draw the line with licensing copyright? I think that copyrights on like characters and shit, I think that should last for 5 years.
You actually are a communist.
Okay. Apple gets the message. RCS coming to iPhone in 2024 with same universal profile as Android. Gotcha. Look at the response time for SFB. It took them 1 hour and 20 minutes. Really? Security alert. Avoid large gatherings for the next 48 hours. The embassy is monitoring reports that extremists have imminent plans to target large gatherings in Moscow to include concerts, and U.S. citizens should be advised to avoid large gatherings over the next 48 hours. Oof. I wonder how specific their intel was. This was issued 2 weeks ago? Oh. Oh, this might be connected. It might not be connected. Who knows? What is this? It's connected. What are you even talking about? That's how analysis works? If you're retarded, why would you type that in my chat? If you're retarded, just don't type anything. You don't have to. You don't have to have an opinion on everything. They fled in an ambulance. Remember, no Russian. Shut the fuck. Point of view, you're hostage. You're a hostage at the Bestland school siege, and the Spetsnaz have begun room clearing. Make sure to buy your Hassan Piker Capitalism in Decay merchandise now. Based. If our place comes back this year, will you be participating? Oh god, that's gonna be an insane.
No, it'll be super dominant in Palestine. So.
Oh no, because Israel and the U.S., we're gonna be fighting. Israel and Destiny, okay? We're gonna be fighting hard against the.
Dude, it's gonna be like 95% of Reddit on the other side.
No shot.
Smoked.
No shot. We're gonna bring in the Indians to help us. It's gonna be. We're gonna find Europe. I think Europe might help us.
Is this how we solve the conflict?
Europe will help us because they don't like all the Muslims and shit. We'll win.
What about if our place is an actual map of Israel, and at the end of the timer, whoever has what space, that's what land they get?
True. We need DGG and Israeli art made. Oh god, that'll be the end of it too. I'll forever be a Mossad shill. Oh, okay, what is this? Russian media is claiming that one of the vehicles that the terrorists who attacked the Crocus concert hall in Moscow arrived in was a white minibus With an old Ukrainian license plate, the vehicle is currently being searched like the others were for explosives. The White House has stated at the moment there is no indication that Ukrainians were involved in the terrorist attack tonight on the Krokus concert hall in the Russian capital of Moscow. One of the worst lasting consequences of the intelligence failures of the Second Iraq War was that dipshits like this guy will never accept at face value anything these agencies say. The truth is that U.S. intelligence are very, very, very good at their jobs. That's how we know. Okay. That's a Belarusian license plate? I have no idea. The Ukrainian license plate on your suspicious white van is from Belarus. Someone just said it'll blur out the left side. Is that supposed to prove... What does a Ukrainian license plate look like? I don't even fucking know. Okay. At Destiny, it's very unlikely they all got away. Russia's going to work very hard to drive the narrative from that attack.
What is your problem? Yeah. God, I hate you. Do you have those moments where you'll have memories that come back? I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Can you guys shut the
fuck up?
It's not to move on. It's that you're providing me a level 1 consideration for something that I've thought about for hours in the past, or
Then why do you
tens of
keep
hours.
doing it?
Because I'm.
You are wrong.
Yeah, Ethan, who?
Fine. When are you gonna get him on? You know you could at this point, right?
I don't think I can. I think he's probably staying away from me because he knows how much it would just make everything like super, super, super dramatic.
Why don't you try?
There's no reason to push it that hard, and it would put him in a really awkward, horrible spot. Why would I push it? What part of that did I? What are you talking about?
You know what this has the vibes of right now? What? I already made this joke to you privately before. This is like
that's okay. I'll pretend I didn't hear it.
Yeah, this is like the Fortnite, like, you know, is Fortnite overrated?
Like the meme with the kids.
The meme. That's it.
Oh
right now.
my god,
Yeah.
perfect.
It is.
That's such a great comparison, and it's very apt for the situation.
It is. Yeah. Do you think Fortnite is overrated? Let's listen. You know, I think it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that good. Have you played Fortnite before?
No.
Me neither.
Well, I played it a couple times with my friend Pokemon. You might have heard of her.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Who is that?
She was the most popular female streamer on Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch?
Arguably the face of the brand.
Why don't you stream on there?
You know, I've moved beyond them. I've evolved.
Oh, I thought it was because you were a racist. That's weird.
Really?
Oh, trans. I get it confused sometimes. That's my bad. Oh, that's weird. So what? So now you're on like the Nazi site, I guess?
The Nazi site?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've never streamed on any of your websites before.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, I don't have any Nazi websites, but that's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think of all the time when I had Tiny Chat and I was running it, none of the issues had to do with that type of content.
2016?
It was 2009 till man, 2009, 2014, maybe 2013.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I definitely knew Nazis on Tiny Chat in 2016.
It was all porn. It was porn. People loved. I mean, it was like the Omegle problem. Back then, we called it chat roulette. That was a crazy story. You remember chatroulette, like .com? Like obviously.
It was basically Omegle, you precursor, right?
Yeah. That guy, that was a wild story of that dude. I have like some inside info. Like that guy got offered a lot of money to sell out to Airtime, which was another chat startup at the time, which was funded by, I want to say, Sean Fanning from Napster. And they offered him, I think, a ton of money, tens of millions of dollars. And this guy from Russia, who I assume didn't have that much, basically said, no, you know, this is going to be the next huge thing. And I feel like very soon after that, it just went on to get crushed by Omegle. But I don't know why Omegle took off and Chat Roulette failed. Because Chat Roulette back then, if you remember, it had all of the brand recognition. Like nobody, Omegle was also only text only. Do you remember that? When did they add video?
I only do Omegle video.
It must have been a while since they did it, but yeah, it just completely dominated it. And
What
then-
was the draw to using those apps if you weren't a pervert?
I don't know. I never saw the interest, but I think for some people they have this sociological, it's fun for them to meet new people in that type of environment, which is okay. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if I just want to like be dropped into a conversation with some dude or chick.
Really,
or
it's what we did back with the Yahoo and AOL chat rooms and stuff.
Yeah, but even there, you could just you could drop in and like have a conversation about something, or nothing. You could just watch and listen. Why is Dan so bad at sitting close to the microphone?
That's a good question, Dan.
Do I
Weren't
really?
you a streamer?
Can they not hear me?
It's a close. You need to be close to it.
Cringe. I hate this shit.
Good.
I can't imagine. There's people out there, and they're like this all the time.
Yeah.
Microphone like
They're
right
called
up in
streamers.
their shit.
Yeah.
They're getting paid a lot of money.
I feel like I'm gonna turn, and this thing is gonna like smack me in the face. or
Yeah,
something
you
like
get that happening a lot?
Yeah.
Where you turn and things are smacking you in the face?
No, I'm just saying.
You already said yeah. You kind of bought the farm on that
I
one.
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, like when
because
that's why they smack you in the face so much.
You've bored me, and that's a
Really?
personal attack. Again, that's number one. I'm gonna keep track during this conversation of how personal attacks go.
Okay.
And yeah, there we go. All right.
What's next on the agenda, Dan?
What is next on the agenda, Dan? We spent so long trying to remove some black bars. And you failed. Now, why did you fail exactly on this particular issue? Is this something that if you were smarter and you knew more, you could have solved it? Or are you limited by the hardware that you have at your disposal right now?
I just needed to be from the unboxing to the setup so I could see everything. Then I probably could have a better understanding, but I'm trying to catch
So
up.
if you had enough knowledge right now, you could have fixed this, you think?
Yeah.
Really? So it's a pure software issue, or it's a configuration issue?
That's good. Yes.
Okay. So you don't need new hardware then to fix
No,
it?
everything, well, no, it's fine.
So you came unprepared
stay there.
for your
I'm gonna
own
get you to move it a bunch.
podcast here.
Talk about the Finkelstein tweets.
Yeah.
I fucked your mom last night.
I don't.
What do you mean I came unprepared?
Well, I mean, you came with.
I came to set it up. That was the whole goal, was to gather information. I know exactly
I know,
what's
but there's
wrong.
always there's the public setup, and then there's the pre-setup where you set it
This is the pre-setup right
No,
now. Yes,
this is
that's
the
why it's a
public.
test stream.
This is
Remember
the-
earlier when people were rushing you like, this is a test stream?
No.
That's my same defense right here. Yeah.
No, you set up before, so you don't look like an amateur. And
Oh.
you've
Is your supposed to get hard before the girl sees it, or is the...
I would say if you're in that type of environment where you're going to be having sex with someone, I think typically you would probably want your card at first view from them.
Yeah?
Yes, I would
Okay.
agree to that. Do you think that is that not the case for you?
Depends on my mood.
So really, so sometimes you're just whipping it out and you're soft. You're like, hey, what's up?
Sometimes I want her to think she hasn't done enough
I'm waiting
to
for,
earn
I'm waiting
an
for,
erection yet.
Your mom joke.
There's
They're
no
getting
your mom there.
They're getting
There was no
very
mom joke there.
stale on the your mom
There's
jokes
I
also.
can't possibly make your mom joke in this circumstance because if I was naked around your mom, I would always be hard.
I understand. It makes me a little uncomfortable, you saying that. You know, do you ever think about the moms out there? Do you think that the moms know that they're being f***ed by so many people virtually, constantly?
I mean, if you're
I
a
don't
mom, by definition, you've been at least once, right?
I understand that. But do you think that as a mother, you know that other people are saying, hey, I hate your mom? And that's like a very common thing to do. And,
I don't know.
and they just exist in that state of limbo of knowing this, but also not bringing it up because it would be a very awkward conversation.
Maybe.
Yeah?
I'm curious. I don't know. That'd be a good question.
Yeah?
We should pull
Slide the
moms.
bookshelf back.
Do you know how much they talk about
Just
fucking
don't-
you guys on?
I don't think I could have that conversation.
And then,
Would you have
yeah,
that conversation with your mom?
Why not ask your wife?
We're talking about moms,
Perfect.
not
Yep. Put the
our
blue, put
our
the
mothers.
blue on the
I
blue
understand. What is your
On the top,
problem?
yeah.
God, I hate you so much.
Hold on. Where did you get your kids from?
I understand.
No, wait. Where did your kids come from,
I
Dan?
don't think my wife is not at that point because my kids are not making
Oh,
other
like,
jokes
you
yet.
don't
They're
think
not
so?
old enough. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Nathan was making your mom jokes to me, so.
Well,
They're complaining
I
about your
guess my
quiet
kids are
mic,
just better
Dan.
than your kids.
Get closer to your mic.
my kids.
Close to it now.
I still have to get closer.
They're
should
saying
sound-
your mic's quiet.
He should sound fine. Don't ever trust chat. Look at the levels on the software mixer and make sure they're going up to where mine are.
Blah 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 blah. Keep talking.
This is.
Well, now when you lean off to the side and you grumble because you're lacking confidence.
Do I just literally have to
If you
stay
talk
here
like that,
like
so
this?
perfect.
The
Your
whole-
It might be
mic
that
quality
it
is
might be that
great.
I am
Yes,
louder
I will
than
stay
Dan.
here like this. Hello.
Okay.
This is how. Yes. This
Good job.
is
Wow.
how I
Oh
want
my
to do
God,
it.
it's
Okay,
almost
when
like
you
This
just
is
so
a
you know, Dan,
great
when
way
you
to do
do
a
that,
podcast.
your mic levels sit slightly still below Steven's, but they're a little bit better.
exactly where they belong.
I think
kill
Steven's
myself.
just projecting better. He's got a bigger voice.
I do project better, and I do have a bigger voice and a bigger personality and a way bigger. And it's black.
What have I done with my life? I feel like there's,
How'd you end up here?
that's where the conversation came from yesterday. Is it's like, where did it all go wrong to just lead at this point? I'm not sure. Low T volume, as in low testosterone. You said to me.
That would have been like low trouble, maybe.
You said Dan, but I'm sure he was probably trying to tab and do DE for Destiny, saying you have low testosterone. Yeah.
That's okay. We all can't be PhDs to get, you know, your thesis of jokes over here for. But I'm sure that, like, for those that made it through the the intro, the middle, and the end, that was a hilarious punch.
Jokes, and I'm actually known for my jokes. Do you know that?
Are you?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of times that people say, "Hey, you don't know who this guy is, but let me send you a compilation of some great jokes that this guy has done." And they do, and there's compilations, and they laugh. In fact, sometimes, I'm not even joking, if you poll some of your viewers and you say, what are some of the funniest moments of all time? You know, they're going to involve me, because I'm just a comedic
No, I
genius.
moved him really far to the
And I am in on the joke always. Even if I feel and look like I'm not, I know exactly what's happening
Yeah.
at all times. Yes, that's true.
Like, can you
It's just
sit more
part
straight?
of
Yeah.
having like
Like you're
a kind of a
participating in the
real
convo?
Hollywood natural talent for this type of thing. You can't learn it. You're just really born with it. You know?
You know, I'm doing an event at I think it's the Vulcan or something in Austin at the end of April.
What type of event?
It's like a debate event, but they have stand-up
Really?
before and after. I could probably get you a slot if you wanted 5 minutes.
Well,
you
that's
know?
actually kind of like for like
5
not-
minutes, Dan?
it's
5
not
minutes
my-
on stage? Wouldn't that be
I could
amazing?
do it if I wanted to. I could do it, and I would blow it out of the fucking.
If
park.
I did 5 minutes, would you do 5 minutes?
I would, and I would be funnier than you by
You
far.
really would?
You don't think so?
I could probably book us.
I
You know,
you,
have
I
you
know
heard of
could,
the?
But do you think there would be even remotely competition of the humor level?
I would be way funny. Wait, have you
would-
ever heard of the Comedy Cellar?
Absolutely not.
In New York City?
Yeah.
I'm doing a podcast, I think, at the end of the week, like
That guy
right
that
above.
did Finkel?
Yep. There you go.
With what with Finkel?
He's a Jew, so you'd probably know him.
Oh yeah, we all know each other.
I know. That's why I said you would.
It's on the Friday night meetings. We all hop in the same Discord and kind of discuss.
Isn't Finkelstein Jewish?
Supposedly.
That was the joke.
You know, I was mid joke. Friday night Jewish meetings,
Sorry.
deciding how to over your interest rates.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, see,
another
it's not
class.
good now
Another
because I got
classic
interrupt
interest
in the
rate.
middle of
Do
all
the
this
credit
shit.
score one again too.
I didn't do a credit score one, but that's
I'm just
you know
waiting for them to
obviously
get back
that's
to
the one that they use against us all
Mhm.
the time. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I would be funnier. I feel like.
Do you think when they say your life flashes before your eyes, like when you hit certain ages and death is in front of you, does that mean you have to repeat your life too? Like every single joke you've ever said? Because I notice that you do that a lot.
And then he does cameras to move.
I know that's an insult, but I'm going
In?
to try and answer
More
that
towards
question
the window?
honestly.
You're gonna answer honestly about your life
No,
and the same
I'm gonna
jokes
answer.
flashing before your eyes?
Take
Okay.
out. I'm gonna take out the insult part, and I think when they say that your life flashes before your eyes, that there's like certain moments of memory that get activated of just things you haven't thought about a long
you
time.
want it to feel
I
like
think
you're
that there's
sitting
like.
Maybe.
behind
Wait,
me
real quick.
listening in.
Erudite, if you want on the software thing, you can mute mic, I think 4, or the producer mic. It'll be labeled on that, so that, and then they won't hear you talking if you wanna.
Yeah, sure.
I think that there's like memories that you have that you see that you haven't saw in a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have memories right now of being a kid and of certain things, and though I wouldn't have those memories when my life flashed before my eyes because I've recently had those. And I think all the memories that you would see would be things that you haven't even thought of, and they would kind of come back to you. And sometimes I think for some people that happens somewhat naturally. Like for me, sometimes it'll happen. When does it happen? Like if I'm like really kind of tired and I'm like going to sleep, sometimes I'll remember like a dream that I probably last had when I was like 8 years old or something like that, like something crazy, like you know being trapped in a box or something along those lines. Like
Yeah.
like-
Wait, real quick. Did you guys mute the mic?
My mic? Yeah.
Are you
That's
sure?
open. I pressed the M.
M. Oh wait.
Producer, you said M mutes it, right?
With no shoes, yes. Wow, what a fucking great joke you dumb cocksuckers fucking have. You know what? God forbid that I tell you guys some fucking stories. We're just gonna go pure fucking silence until you beg me, like a dog. to have some content. And I'm not going to give it to you because you don't deserve it. And you're bad. You need to be spanked.
You can keep talking, you're fine, you're fine.
Dan, how much does Steven get under your skin?
Not at all. He plays up a persona very much for stream. And he likes to act like he's the same off stream as he is on stream, but it's completely not true. And I don't know. He gets away with it for so long. Maybe it's just he just doesn't let his guard down with many people, so everyone else thinks that that's the way. But he's like a real sweetheart.
He is a sweetheart.
Yeah, like
very
just,
cuddly.
You know, kind of obnoxious to a little bit. But what are you gonna do?
So your life flashes before your eyes, you said.
Yeah.
But not for you.
Well, I wouldn't know yet. It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Do you have those moments where you'll have memories that come back? I'm gonna f***ing kill myself. Can you guys shut the f*** up, all right? How hard is it to do that? Jesus f***ing Christ. Just do it silently.
What's the wait, what's a
text each other.
Wait, can you tell me what's a memory that doesn't come back? What do you call that?
A memory that doesn't come back? I don't even know. What would that be? That would be
okay. So a memory that comes back, you'd say a memory. I have had memories. Go ahead. It's too much. It's too much. Also, the color is. I am not this pale, and now on here I am. You know what it is? It's anti-Semitic lighting that you've done to make me. No, what I want you to do is give me a little bit more red, a little bit more Donald Trump, if you will, a little bit orange, a little bit more vibrance, a little digital vibrance. Give me a tan. Yes, I do. That's what I want.
She's gonna turn this orange.
Good. Yeah, make me look Israeli. Perfect.
Israeli.
And pale. I'm not pale. I'm not pale.
Let me see.
All right, then.
Dan, let me see the color. Dan's darker than I am.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm darker than Lycan, but I appear paler than Lycan for some reason.
Actually pretty dark. Yeah, he is. No, not as dark as me though. Oh, we haven't been sunbathing by the pool, sir.
I think it's also part black.
Israelis are part black.
No, they're not. What are you talking about?
Can I see cam one of you?
I'm getting a lot of like, I just got off of meth or fentanyl, and I don't know if that's the look that I'm going for, actually.
Okay. Well, hey.
If you want, you could coerce to swap seats with Steven.
Why?
See what your coloring's like over there.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
Are you sure?
Steven is paler.
No, if you can't adjust, if you don't have the skills to adjust the digital vibrance on your end, I understand.
It's the color palette of the shirt. That's what's doing it, Dan.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's the shirt.
No, I understand. I mean, this is an amateur kind of operation. I should just kind of roll with it a little bit. So that's fine. All right, that's fine. Fuck it. No, however, let's go. Yeah. You know, like knock over the microphone or something.
Very expensive mic.
True.
You can tell the really old chatters because they do the, fentanyl Dan, no Israeli tan, hasn't been to Japan. These are really classic memes.
When is the Japan trip?
Steve said that it's coming up, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
After Israel.
So you're doing that for sure, this Israel thing?
I'm like 45%.
That's like a pretty, how they say it in your language, muy peligroso? Is that right? Very dangerous?
Peligroso, does that mean danger?
I think so.
Isn't that a drink?
Danger in Spanish.
That's a Negroni.
No, it's a Pellegrino.
A Pellegrino. That's a, yes.
Pellegro.
That's a sparkling water.
It's good, but like super fucking sugary, man. Like 65 grams.
And a Pellegrino? It's just sparkling water. There's no...
It is sparkling. It's a green dumb shit bottle of water.
There's no sugar in that.
I'm sorry, I was way overboard. It's 27 grams of sugar.
You know nothing about sparkling water, Jon Snow. I know everything
the
there
blood
is.
one?
Epic Game of Thrones reference.
You like that? Yeah, that's good. I throw it in there. Steve started drinking, I notice.
No.
When I see him out with women. So sometimes Steve has this habit. He's like, hey, Dan, let's go out to dinner. And I don't ask. I'm like, oh, Steve wants to have a nice dinner with Dan. Every time I fucking go out and I meet him, and there's a fucking woman there with him. And I feel betrayed, and I feel surprised.
Like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I know. Betrayed, surprised.
How are you betrayed?
Yeah, I feel like that's something you should have said before.
I figured you just assumed by now.
Well, I feel like when you're going out with the homies, you're not bringing a bitch with you.
Gee, that's why you don't bring your wife?
I don't bring my wife with me when we go out.
You should. She's a nice woman.
And
she'd be fun to chat with.
Don't you start. It's another personal attack that I can feel coming on from you, and I don't like it.
That's not a personal attack. I would never attack your wife. Your wife is cool. We've seen her a few times. She seems like a cool lady.
Stop. You're thinking something right now.
I'm not thinking anything.
Move your mind wherever it is right now. Move it to a new subject.
What have you done to this man?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Persistent.
I've never said anything mean about your wife ever.
So how did the immigration research go yesterday?
You know,
Not so good?
Pretty good.
So what did you learn? What are the key points of the immigration research?
I learned that even if your mom's not a citizen, if she has a kid, that's a full U.S. citizen. Did you know that? It's called daisy chain immigration.
That's the
crazy,
second
huh?
personal attack. I think
Isn't it
that's
weird,
number two, or is it number three?
Your kid can become a citizen, but you don't actually get like that anchor baby protection.
Didn't they just take that away like 5 years ago or something? Where you used to be able to sponsor the parent in?
I always thought it was, I mean, this is conservative mythology. I always thought it was you get there and you have the kid and then you get to stay. Like the kid gets naturalized and you therefore get citizenship.
How do you know so little about immigration?
It's not about knowing little. It's about the level of conviction I feel like I need to have before I speak on something.
Oh, that is something I was going to yell at you before you stopped me last night.
Thanks for letting me answer. Go ahead.
You have to stop doing my understanding is stop being a pussy and stop saying it. Just stop doing it. I've told you, I think someone else must have told you, just stop doing that. Just say it and make the other guy feel like a bitch.
Yeah.
Who cares what your understanding is? It's like, well, my understanding is that Israel did it. That's like, well, Israel did it. And then they're like, well, you're a fucking dog. You know?
He's couching it because
because he's so worried about optics, but no one's gonna. They're already gonna fuck with you anyways.
But yeah, but you don't have like a million people coming after you to like look for you to say.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Him saying my understanding is, of course, it's his understanding. If it wasn't his understanding, he wouldn't say it.
Yes, that makes sense logically. I'm just saying that people are.
So why don't we
looking for
just
him to
preface
say,
everything we say? Well, I thought this. Yeah, no fucking shit. Of course, everything that you think is what you're gonna say. You wouldn't say something you didn't think, right, Steve?
You might say things that I think.
Are you trolling me right now? Are we having a serious conversation? Huh?
Have we at all throughout this been having?
I'm trying to get to the root of the issue. I'm trying to make you a more effective.
Are you trying, or do you think you're trying?
No, I am.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you.
I can.
Be a more dominant debater. Okay. And to do that,
I'm mewing right now.
You got to stop looking weak. That's like, you know what it's like?
What?
You might as well say, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like the Israelis got there first. And I really do feel like at that time, they like that situation. Does that feel like a strong statement from me?
That doesn't. I'll bring you along to my next debate, okay? And then you can demonstrate, okay? Can we do that? I think it'd be awesome.
I think it probably depends on who that person
really
is going to be.
What does that mean?
Very much so. Wow, there's so much going on. I don't know. Okay.
Eat my food tonight, Stephen.
So you don't like my advice?
We're probably gonna go out to eat after this. I don't know. The problem is I don't have anybody more successful than myself that I'm emulating to compare myself to. So I don't know what the right or wrong thing is. I'm still growing. Maybe I could grow faster. Maybe I couldn't. Seem to be doing pretty decently in conversations. Maybe I could do better. Maybe I couldn't. I'm not sure. I don't know.
This answer you're giving to me right now when you do this? This is the you want to move on and you don't really care and it's not.
It's not to move on. It's that you're providing me a level 1 consideration for something that I've thought about for hours in the past, or
then why do you
tens of
keep
hours.
doing it?
Because I feel okay qualifying my statements and hedging my statements.
You think it? But what does it accomplish? Tell me that. What does it accomplish?
It keeps my level of conviction at an appropriate distance.
So you think that everything that you say to another person during a debate, you want them to kind of discount it by 25% every time? Because that's your understanding, but you don't know.
What if I say something with way more conviction and I'm completely wrong?
You would get just as eviscerated.
Would I
if
get
you
just
said,
as
"My
eviscerated? I'm not sure if
understanding
that's
is
the
X."
case. I don't know.
Wait, so let me give you a hypothetical.
Oh,
Let's say I
boy.
said, my understanding is that Israel had a fucking nuclear reactor in 1980 that blew up and they hid it. Okay, that's my understanding. Do you think that I'm gonna get less or more blown the fuck out if I leave out the my understanding is?
Yeah, I think you get more blown out.
I think you're fucking retarded.
I'm pretty sure Israel had a nuclear reactor in the 80s versus Israel had a reactor in the 80s. Yeah, you're gonna get more blown the if you're completely wrong on the last one than the
No,
former.
I don't think so. I think the exact same people who are gonna fuck with you are still gonna fuck with you.
Okay, you should try it.
Why?
You should collect data and try it and see what happens.
So you think that there's gonna be like some viewers out there on the left who are gonna be like, well, he said it was his understanding.
No, I think there's gonna be people that hear it and they have less of a visceral feeling of how wrong it is based on your level of conviction for it. Well, I think they're there.
How about you moderate yourself then? Meaning saying it way less.
Maybe I say it too much. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's stuff you probably know with pretty good conviction is true. And even if you were wrong, it would probably be a minor mistake. Like, for instance, saying, like, it's my understanding in 1955, the Balfour treatment did what? Or whatever. Something like that. I feel like if you got that wrong and it was actually in 1954, it doesn't really fucking matter. You might as well just drop that my understanding is.
Okay, but what if my lack of conviction or my appropriate hedging, what if it induces my opponents to become overconfident?
So based on what I saw yesterday, when I was trying to interject into stream, is that you've surrounded yourself with fucking yes men and pathetic debate opponents.
The people that I drag into Discord to debate are not the same as my like B-list appearances for mainstream debates.
Okay.
What if my hedging
a higher quality villain?
What if my hedging? I'm the highest quality villain right now, though.
Yeah, but you need to find your fucking Batman. Okay. And you're just like taking people off the street.
What if my hedging?
Like you're the Batman guy with the fucking suit on. That's who you're killing here.
Yep.
It's not fair. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
I forgot it.
I hate when that happens.
I didn't forget it. What if the biggest like factual, optical, everything W right now that I have on the last conversation I had was Finkelstein and Ween revealing that they haven't read much on genocide. And the only reason I think that why Finkelstein was so confident in doing the mens rea correction on me is because I said, have you heard of this particular thing? Or I believe it's referred to as this. If I would have been way more assertive there, maybe he would have been a little bit more afraid of offering that.
Think of it also the other way. What did you say during that? Can we pull that up? Where's our
we don't have that yet. We don't have that yet, okay?
No, we don't have that. Okay. All right. So if we pull up that thing, did you say like my understanding is that it's not?
I believe
mens
it's
rea?
referred to as whatever. I think is what I said.
Yeah. So you did the.
I did the little pussy hedge thing.
Confident with that one.
If you went fucking sicko mode there, you could have made Norm look like a fucking moron.
Or if I would have just went sicko mode, he would have just not pushed back on me.
No, because you guys were having such a civil conversation for the rest of it.
No, but he might have, in that particular moment, he might not have interjected. He might have been like, ooh.
So you said,
he said, I can read it. Hold on. I said, I don't know. I don't know if you use the phrase dolo specialis. That's the intentional part of genocide. Ween says, I don't know that term. Stephen Bonnell, I think it's called dolo specialis. It's the most important part of genocide, which is proving it is a highly special intent to commit genocide. It's possible that Israel could. And then Norm says, that's mens rea.
Which is technically.
Can I want to hear the
It's
cadence.
not even. It's
Can someone link the timestamp, please?
No. It's like me saying I drive a Mustang and someone goes, "You mean a Ford?"
All right,
it's
someone link the timestamp, please. Let's actually pull this up. I mean, they'll hear the audio if we play it on one of our computers.
Yeah.
I think I'll put it near the microphone.
They'll hear the audio. Oh, if it plays in the microphone.
Yeah. Where's the fucking link?
Oh,
All right,
wait,
someone
I'm sorry.
will get it.
I will talk for a second.
Uh-oh.
Like that time I fucking came in when you guys were having the conversation about going to Israel. And I made a few fucking jokes about our disagreements.
Uh-oh.
The fucking Reddit thread. No, stop. Don't even engage with me. Look at me, Steven. Look at me. Fucking, you know that was unhinged. Like, I should be allowed to come in and make a few jokes with my friend without there being a whole thing about Lycan came in so fucking smug. It was absolutely insane. What the fuck?
The problem is when you joke about things, they're only funny or they're only seen through a humorous lens if people think that there's like a joke there. Stop! But if the joke is just like your ordinary positions, or if they sound like your ordinary positions, people aren't going to interpret it as a joke. They're just going to think you're being serious.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why can't I fucking make a joke? Obviously, we have a disagreement. There's no fucking secret to that. There are 4 or 5 VODs about it. But why can't I come in and make a fucking few cracks and be like,
well, you can, but they're not. Well, wait, but what does a joke mean? Usually a joke involves like an exaggeration or a misdirection or some kind of word trick. Like this is like a joke, right? So like if I say something like, oh, yesterday I had a whole bunch of fun. I went out, it was super cool, and then I came home, and then Dan's mom fucked me. That's funny because there's a redirection at the end.
Personal intent.
Yeah, there's a redirection. Then, oh my
Or
God,
the
it was his
fourth.
mom. But if somebody comes in and they're like, oh yeah, like here's Dan, my friend, I hate Jews, by the way, and he's
That's
a cheap
the-
fuck because he's
let's
Jewish.
go
But
with
if
the
people
fifth
know that
one.
I'm like super anti-Semitic, then there's no joke. They're just like, oh, you're just kind of being. Okay, then it's something to do with the YouTube.
Steve, did you call me anti-Semitic?
What? I don't know.
No, wait, what?
I don't know you well enough to know if you're anti-Semitic. We never talked about Jews before. I don't. Do you think Israel should be a state?
Yes. I've said, dude, hey, you know what you've never fucking done? Look at my chat logs from the day after fucking 10/7. Look at my
Yeah.
Twitter.
I
Never-
saw
you've never
him.
done that.
Okay.
Lycan was like,
My heavy priors, I don't think you're anti-Semitic. I've never seen like a compelling reason to think you're anti-Semitic.
no, I
just
saw
wanted
the
to-
chat logs at 10/7. It was fine. A lot of, you know, like the celebration symbol emojis.
Oh,
and,
shut the up.
Sorry.
What else you got for us?
Oh, I wanted to pull the thing up with Norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
go.
mean, you love listening to yourself anyway, so fuck
True,
it.
so much.
You do.
I do.
All right, here we go. Debate review.
Of the strength of the case against Israel, just like the majority of the quotes they have in this case are. And also, you said it was an extremely well-founded case. They spend like
Oh, maybe it was
one-fourth of
we were
all
close.
the quotations. Some even pulled from the Goldstone report. They try to that actually deal with the intent part. Which is, by the way, I think you guys, I don't know if you use the phrase the dolus specialis, that the intentional part of genocide,
I don't know
I think
Oh,
it's
what about-
specialis. It's the
Come on, that could have been a sick. I know you weren't like beefing with that guy, but that could have been a sick burn.
It is. This is what is on Twitter now. Way to go. Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh. Who is it? Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Hold on. I'll text. Say. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Wow.
Got it?
How rude of me to do that.
It was rude.
Okay, that would have been a sick burn, right there.
It is.
That's a.
It worked. My humility. Okay.
Hey, pay attention.
I'm paying attention. Hold on.
No, humility doesn't work, okay? Domination and dog walking is what these guys care about, right? They say, Steven got dog walked this debate.
Yeah.
And that was a point right there for you to make
That was the point from everyone day 1 and 2. People haven't watched it. I think it's okay now. I'm okay.
All right, fine. Anyways, I think that could have been an opportunity to be like, I'm not surprised you don't know what it is because you haven't read a lot of this source material. Or something fucking savage like that. I don't know. Unhinged Steve. But anyways, let's see what Grandpa Lex has to say. Or not Lex, but Norman.
most important part of genocide, which is proving the special, there's a highly special intent to commit genocide. It's possible that Israel could...
That's mens rea.
No. The mens rea, yes, I understand the state of mind, but for genocide, there is, it's called dolus specialis, it's a highly special intent. Did you read the case?
Yeah.
It is
Mr.
a highly
Borelli,
special intent.
Mr. Borelli.
You did actually much better than I would have thought you have done here.
Yeah, I wrapped it up over time. I'm good. Yeah.
But I do think in this case here, you could have been like, just like really drive home the point. Especially you know here you're right, correct? How much do you know that you're right right now?
'Cause I read the case, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you have the opportunity right now to be like,
I should.
You are wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
And
I
all
know.
your,
Yep.
And
you didn't
all
read
your
it.
books.
You didn't read the case. You don't know what genocide is. I don't know why you talked about it.
And like whenever he tries to redirect, come back and be like, hey, listen, I just want to let you know, you're wrong. You are wrong right now. It is not mens rea. It is whatever. I can't even dolus specialis or some shit. And that's strong.
Yeah.
To come back and force that issue.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay. That was it. That was the debate review of that.
Thanks.
When we know something, we go for the jugular.
Yeah.
And when we were like 80%, 90% sure, my understanding is that Israel did
I was
X.
aggressive there. Okay.
Could have been more. It could have pushed it home. Could have made him look like all the books he's read didn't mean shit because he was just wrong here, right?
Okay.
Because how many other points during the debate did you catch him where he was definitionally, undefendably incorrect on something? Not arguable. Was this not the only real one?
I mean, he claimed that Israel gave back all the land they conquered in the 67 war to Egypt, which is technically wrong, but I mean, he could qualify that. It's technically wrong.
So this was like, this is a rare opportunity a little bit.
This is probably the worst one, yeah.
It's all right. I think the skill you can adapt in the future is to like.
But look, also it induced him to make a. Now he's on Twitter. Yesterday he tweeted stuff, and he was even more incorrect. So I feel
sure.
Look, maybe he wouldn't have done that if I would have been mean here.
No, that's. Look, this is going back to the what ifs on that type of
well,
stuff.
but now in the real world, right now, this is what happened.
Okay,
that's good.
Sure, but there was an opportunity here to make him look especially foolish and make him come off very confident.
Did you read the case? That's like the snarky. What am I supposed to sit there for like 5 minutes and be like, "Dah!"
I think I would have pushed it very hard and be
like,
like,
here's one thing that I pushed hard. One thing that I pushed hard. One thing that I pushed hard. One thing that I pushed hard was I think that Norm and Muin, I think they think about 40% of the civilians that died on October 7th were done to the IDF. And a lot of people thought I was unhinged for pushing that so much. I wasted time there.
No,
so,
I think that's good. That's I said that before, but like some people, when you're talking with them, like if you're talking with someone like who's like a serious Christian fundamentalist, it's important at various,
I understand. I know.
Various times.
I know.
Like,
I've literally done this to Nick Fuentes. Yes.
Okay.
I did this on the Ethan Ralph show. I was like, Nick, you said you don't believe in dinosaurs, right? Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, how has been the reaction overall to the debate? You think? You think you have a lot more haters as a result of this?
I think it's been okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone get back to you from the morning show, or whatever it's called?
Neither of those people ever talked to me.
The crystal ball and
they don't. They just read teleprompters. They have no idea.
When are you gonna go to Ethan?
Ethan who?
Fine. When are you gonna get him on?
Oh, like from H3H3?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
You know you could at this point, right?
I don't think I can. I think he's probably staying away from me because he knows how much it would just make everything like super, super, super dramatic.
Why don't you try? Put yourself out there. You did, but if Steven did.
We've had literally one conversation in our entire life, like 6 months ago or something.
Not yours.
Shut up.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Are you afraid of getting rejected?
Sound here.
No, it doesn't benefit me that much. There's no reason to push it that hard, and it would put him in a really awkward, horrible spot. Why would I push it?
Not if it's not public. Like, you'd never have to say, I reached out and he said no. Just reach out and say, hey, do you want to talk? And if he says
no, but I mean, like, why would I, if I talk to him, it can benefit me a little bit, and it could only hurt him a ton. Why would I ever push that on him?
You ever thought about conversations just from whether or not you'd enjoy talking to someone?
What would I don't know if I would necessarily enjoy talking to him that much.
Okay, that's fair.
We have, like, totally separate interests, and, yeah.
You both love Israel?
Wait, you guys talk about social cost to recharging. General broad politics. You guys have constant that. You might not think he's an interesting guy. It's kind of like the corporate master. That's definitely overlapping interests.
Okay. Maybe.
Who, the H3 Ethan?
Yeah.
Why do you not think you do?
Well, I think. Well. Oh, it's a.
Dan,
What?
that's it.
Tell you, Dan, don't be a pussy
No,
ass
it's a link
bitch.
someone sent me of Lycan. Lycan. What were you?
It's faked. They're
Uh-oh.
faked. It's from that other fucking. It's from your schizo dipshit. How do you
Oh.
not recognize
I
it?
didn't even read it. You're right. I was about to.
Oh, Dan.
Those
Falling
are-
for some Hasbro over there. Uh-oh.
Man, I fell for the fucking Palestinian propaganda. I'm sorry. God, I'm such an easy mark. My training has fucking let me down. That was That was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give it to you. That was fine. Ask him about the Jordan Peterson interview. It's out now.
Yep, go watch it.
Go watch it. That's what he said. He hasn't watched it. He doesn't know.
We'll watch Turkey Tom and we'll watch Jordan Peterson tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, we had Ethan commenting on the debate. Do you want to hear what he had to say? Do you give a
I already listened to it. It's boring.
It was boring.
Yeah.
So
He's just like, wow, I watched it. It was 5 hours. Wild, guys. And I was like, okay.
Really? So Ethan, you probably should have put more substance into something that my friend is prepared for a long time. He really tried hard on that debate, and he was disappointed that your comments were so, I guess, dismissive.
He was like, I think he used feeling too much.
Yeah.
I bet he's got a Jewish friend that could give him more hardcore debate tips.
That is true, and I can, and I am.
Uh-huh.
Okay? But, you know, we can always use more insight coming in. Okay. Okay. So, what else do we got here? Do you think that getting community noted is the own that people think it is? Because I feel like people just don't give a fuck, and people like get really excited.
People really care.
Yeah, but the people that
your posts.
yeah, I understand that, but I see people that
People
get
care.
community noted, and then they're like, "You're wrong," and then the community note says, "No, we're right," and they says, "No, you're wrong." Like they just play into it, and it doesn't matter.
People care. There's
Really?
whole communities that like we'll try to brigade like community notes to get rid of them if they feel like their guy.
Interesting. Okay.
They get real mad about it. Like they'll post about it. They'll reply to their own thing and say the notes are wrong. Fuck you. Die.
Interesting. What else? What are you texting over there? You're on your phone.
5 answers.
I feel number 5 coming on. Give it to me. Who's it with? My mom. Say it. You know you want to.
It's okay. I don't know.
You don't know. It's because I said what you're going to say. You see that? Your humor is so slow.
What? There's no humor.
There's exactly. Your mom joke, it's old. You need better.
Can Valtharis hear me? Can Valtharis hear me? Is he watching the stream?
I don't even know who that is.
Kyla? It's okay. Never mind. I'm going to lose it.
Why
you are? Over what?
I'm stressed today.
For what? What is happening? Well, you can't say. Is there something you can't say on stream? That's stressful?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's
Why are
fine.
you stressed?
Well, I won't push it then, if you can't say it.
Oh, you can't say it?
Yeah, he's listening.
Yeah, he's listening to you right now.
If we know that a piece of hardware can do a thing, but we just can't figure it out, we need to figure it out. We can't do a whole chain of hacky solutions.
You can.
No.
I love hacky solutions.
We didn't buy $15,000 of studio equipment to use like a weird HDMI splitter because we can't figure out the switcher. We'll figure out the switcher. I'll stay here tonight and figure it out. If I need to reset everything, I'll do it. But there's a way to make the settings on that switcher hold so that there's not a two-way handshake on the HDMI cables. I know it's possible. I'll figure it out. But we're not going to buy HDMI splitters to kill the handshake. We will figure it out. I will figure it out. We're absolutely not buying dumb shit to make it work though.
Wait, did you want Vathris to listen so you could yell at him?
Wait, who?
No, I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm not meaning to yell at anybody. I just feel like sometimes we run into a problem. It's like, oh, but if we do this weird hacky thing, and it's like, that's what you do like on a $200 webcam to make it work, not a $3,000 camera with a $500 lens.
Who?
No, it's not. I'm not even trying to anybody. I'm just stressed because you're stressing me out, Dan. It's okay.
Really hard for a who asked there.
Good.
Who asked?
Your mom asked.
Yeah,
okay.
That's number 6.
Yes. Okay. If he's listening, the issue right now.
No one cares.
He
Fuck
does.
This
he's
guy.
listening. No, he's helping us set our stuff up, which I'm very appreciative for.
He's
okay?
awesome.
Here's the issue. The issue is that box, the ATEM, okay, for some reason, maybe fucking somebody in chat knows this, Jesus. That box, okay, is telling the cameras that it wants to be able to send signals to the cameras to control the shutter speed, the aperture, whatever the fuck it wants to control. And in order to do that, it has to force these Blackmagic cameras to use the Blackmagic RAW codec for some reason. It wants to do that. But we want these cameras to just send out an HDMI signal. I don't need a two-way connection because I want to use a different resolution that has the correct aspect ratio for the shot. The aspect ratio should be 16:9, not the 16:10 or the 12:5 or whatever the fuck it is right now, okay? I don't want to crop it on OBS because we're not going to send $15,000 of video into a box to crop it on the software. That's retarded. We're never doing that, okay? So I want the full Ultra HDMI, the 3840 by whatever the 4K resolution is, that is a 16:9 aspect ratio, should be coming out of those cameras, and the raw and the Pro Sync or the whatever the codec format should be going into that box because there's a way to set that box to not force it to switch, and then from there that should go to OBS. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to trim it in OBS. I don't want to buy an HDMI splitter. I don't want to do any other weird thing. I just wanted it to work in OBS perfectly because it should. The hardware is here to make it all work. I just need to figure out how to force that setting. I don't know how to do it right now because I wasn't originally when it was set up, but there is a way to make it do that. Okay, that's the thing. Okay. That's all I was saying. Okay.
Did he say enough buzzwords to make you feel convinced?
He's trying to act like he's smart, but if you're
smart,
smart,
what part of that did I? What are you talking about?
If you were smart, you would have got it right the first time.
Let me tell you the issue.
No, I was just
Box
picking him on purpose.
wants camera to say blah blah blah, but to get the right video format, I need the thing to go zoo zoo zoo. And every time, remember when we unplugged it, the camera's like zoo 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 zoo, and then we play zoo 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 blah 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 zoo 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 blah blah. I wanted to be able to plug it in and go zoo 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 right that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's changing the language on the camera. So we need to stop changing the language. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but why didn't you know this like before?
Because
when
I
first started?
haven't set any of this up originally. It's the first time my hands on it, so I haven't like fucked with anything. Okay.
You didn't like read the manual?
I didn't need to read the manual to make your mom come 400 times in one night. In one night, there was no manual there. God told me how to. He inscribed it on my 12-inch.
We've seen your. It's not 12 inches.
Oh, you haven't seen my. Your mom.
Man,
it grows to 12 inches.
That's 8.
Your mom brings my bigger than it's ever been before.
High nighters out there. This is a new record for me. I feel abused.
What'd you learn about immigration yesterday?
Nothing, because you fucking had that boring ass talk with that. And why were you, here's the thing that I don't get. I feel like I do a pretty decent job usually of gating. I don't want to say gating content, but at least gating things that are interesting to talk about. And I felt like I was fighting you instead of the other caller yesterday. And I think I know why. It's because you feel an allegiance to this guy. You don't want to make him
I just
feel
want to hear
bad.
more information. Just want to hear people say things. Just
Who's enjoying the debate?
Get a handle on
It wasn't a fucking debate. It's like coming in with a hypothetical about some bullshit. And as I said last night, you were like a cat playing with a fucking mouse toy. And it was sad for me to watch.
Do you think that little of Axel, Steven?
What?
Do you think that little of Axel? Do you agree with Dan's take that you were a cat and he was a little mouse toy and you were just playing with
Did you? No, hold on.
Axel is one of the better Palestinian
Did you
debaters.
feel challenged at any point? Be honest.
I learned more by talking to him.
Okay.
I got to look up
that's a
a
no.
correspondent. I got to look, even if it's
That's a no.
you learn, even if you don't disagree, or even if you don't end up agreeing with them, or even if you feel like they didn't bring up a point, you still learn more by reading more. So
I
that's
feel like
fine.
literally okay. This is not such a one-sided, obvious, answered issue, Israel versus Palestine, that you can be at a point right now where you're unchallenged and you're unable to find someone who's able to.
There's
give you
always more
significantly-
shit to read, though. There's
Yeah,
always
I
another
understand that.
correspondence or
There's
another
10,000 books,
You
right?
need a better class of villain to debate with, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go find me some. Okay?
Well, I don't know where they are. I mean, they should be on Twitter or something. Let's get a variety going or something at least.
We have. I've debated a variety. You just came back to stream 2 days ago.
No, but
Stop
this guy
acting.
is apparently a regular.
Yeah, because he knows more than most of the other people that we've talked about. Most of the people that we pull from Twitter and shit are just
Yeah,
fucking.
but at least that will be somewhat entertaining, and we'll be able to hear new things that we haven't heard before, and maybe that'll lead into something new.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
why'd your eyes go all fucking crazy there? His eyes went crazy. They went like this.
They're 3 milligrams in.
There's no way the Vyvanse is still hitting this strong this late in the day. You're not taking double dosages.
What do you talk? What does this have to do with Vyvanse right now?
Nothing. I'm just trying
I'm
to
just
trigger
thinking
you.
yeah, good job. You did it.
I know. Sorry.
It's the turntables, man.
Leave my mother out of it.
Isn't it me staying out of your mother?
What are you actually doing? Are you just reading chat?
I'm reading a solution that we tried this, but for some reason it's not.
Oh
These
my
values aren't
fucking God,
holding.
this goddamn camera. You are obsessed.
Yeah,
You're
because it
obsessed.
shouldn't be this hard.
But
there
it
should be an
is.
easy way to make the ATEM
It
stop
is.
trying to control the cameras. It should be one button that I push. It should be an easy thing. There's a setting on here to do it. When you change the value of the camera in the column to none, the whole panel for controlling the camera disappears. I was trying. We already did this, but
Hey,
it didn't work.
Why don't you work on this when I'm not here?
Okay, what do you want to talk about then?
I'm not gonna do this while you're fucking reading the manual for like.
I'm not
the
reading it.
fucking
I'm reading
real
background
cheap-
info on you, so I can ask you better questions right now. Good job. Okay, done reading that down.
Did you learn something exciting about your black magic camera?
No.
No? Do you feel stupid that you can't solve this problem?
No, it's not a matter of stupidity. It's a matter of exploration and time. With enough time and exploring, we'll figure the answer out.
Well, I guess that's like if you put a infinite amount of monkeys in a room with typewriters, they'll eventually write Shakespeare. Is that the solution that you're going for with solving these cameras?
Yeah.
Are you saying we're monkeys?
You think that's like the best way you can do it?
Are we monkeys, Dan?
Well, I mean, that's the solution that he's going for there.
You know, Nick is part black, right?
What? See, you guys are racist for saying that right now, just to be clear.
I'm climbing.
I feel extremely uncomfortable with the direction that this conversation has gone.
How's that angle? Is that good?
Wow.
Yeah, I wish it was more.
Did you drink that chocolate milk?
Probably like 300 calories, isn't it?
Drink part of it.
Don't
take a
tolerate
few
that.
sips.
Never mind. I'll think about it. Okay, nothing. No.
You know, looking at you, you're a shadow of your former self because there's a problem you can't solve right now, and you can't get past it.
I know it's driving me crazy.
I can tell.
Because it's got to be. It's trivially easy.
It's
to
all
solve.
you can think about. You know,
because once I figure out, it's gonna be like, oh, I just need to push boom, 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 and then it's fixed.
This is
It's
like
not
a,
your, hold on, real quick. In all seriousness, it's not your fault for not knowing the in-depth intricacies of that.
I don't
You're
care.
just
It's not.
making
I
it
just. I should know it. It's not that. It's whatever
No,
it
but
is.
you-
It's there.
you
It's
admit-
4 buttons. It's 4 clicks away. It's 4 clicks away. It's 4 clicks away. It is there. I just don't know why. It's okay. Anyway, what are you talking about?
I
Dan?
now know the way that a debate opponent can destroy you.
Yeah.
They just need to like sabotage your streaming setup in a very intricate way the night before you have the debate. So all you're thinking about during this time is like, why am I getting this artifact on this stream? And you'll be not able to compete.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Just introduce a hissing noise. Yeah, or like a really small box that like introduces electrical interference somewhere randomly.
Cables with really shitty ones.
They make those. They make those little, like, I think they're called like Annoyatron boxes, and you can like hide them in the corner. And like once every random amount of time, from 30 seconds to 15 minutes, they'll do a very high pitched beep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like put 6 of those.
You ever dealt with a high pitched beep before?
Apartment.
Like a smoke detector?
Like some
Yes,
random
but
beep
you
that you
can't
couldn't find?
Yes. What was it? I think it was my refrigerator. Because now every device beeps because of the filter.
Jesus
You
Christ.
Sure, you sure it was your refrigerator?
This dog just put its nose right up in my cock.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe it likes
like
you again.
really aggressively. Holy shit.
Why are you getting my dog to do that?
I had my fucking legs closed and it forced it open. This thing is a fucking maniac.
She is German.
Jesus. I'm gonna have to sit here, my legs
You're gonna have
crossed.
to cross your legs.
Yeah.
She wants in.
Fucking pervert. All right. That's another thing you don't have to deal with when it comes to cats.
Your the crotch or whatever?
You don't like the dog?
They're not so noisy usually. And fucking running around, scratching with their nails.
Wait, I think cats are more destructive for floors than dogs.
I don't think so. In fact, I would.
Cats are more destructive for what?
Floors.
Like flooring.
Definitely
I'm
not.
pretty sure cats are because their nails are so like sharp.
No shot.
No shot.
Yeah.
Cats are gentle.
I've had one
little
dog
kitty cats.
get scared
and they
like being
retract their
locked up,
claws.
and it fucking dug like the carpet. But I've had tons of cats that will like fucking claw in the carpet, tear it up.
If a cat is like clawing a carpet, then yeah. But if
Yeah.
a dog is
No,
digging
I'm
in a
not
carpet,
talking- Are dogs?
Like hardwood floors, this dog will fuck it up way more than a cat ever will.
cats and dogs shouldn't be fucking up floors as they walk on the floor.
No, dogs will.
Wait, no, they both are
No.
hard on floors. That's
Cats will not, dogs will.
Am I the only one here
On
that's had
hardwood
any
floors.
pets?
On hardwood
no,
floors.
they shouldn't be fucking up a hardwood floor.
Listen to this fucking dog walk.
Yes.
What?
Dog nails.
What do you
if
hear?
they're not trimmed will scratch the hardwood.
I'm sorry, do you think that every time you hear a tap... Hold on, wait. Dan, listen to this.
Loud
Wait.
equals when.
Tell me which one is scratching my iPad screen.
Yes, I understand.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, or is the hardness of material means that it can hit something over and over again and never... In fact, wouldn't it be crazy?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be crazy if dogs and
What?
cats, when they walked, if their nails actually were naturally filed by the surface because the surface is harder than the nail? Maybe that's what you're hearing.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, have you ever seen how there's like Buddhist steps where they're like completely worn down over time because the Buddhists would go there every day doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like if they have nails touching the fucking wood, regardless of the heart density of the actual nail versus the wood, it'll actually fuck it up over time. And cats,
Yeah.
their claws retract.
Yeah?
They don't touch the fucking floor at all.
Okay.
So all they have is nice soft paws. And that's why they're so sneaky and so soft and beautiful and better.
Okay.
And dogs suck.
Yeah. So,
Shut the fuck up!
do you think that your floors are being walked on by as many people for as great a length of time and as much weight as the Buddhist stone steps are?
No, but I also don't think that we're trying to fucking file down metal by doing it. And I think that
Okay,
there's
but if
plenty
you
of
do- if you
apartments
do
that have
long
floors
enough-
that are fucked up from a dog going crazy, and you're just wrong.
Okay. Yes, going crazy. Yes, if a dog is like
And that'll never
clawing
happen with a
shit-
cat ever. On a
Of
hardwood
course it
floor.
can happen with a cat. Cats can scratch shit.
Not on a hardwood
Oh
floor.
no, they don't. They would never scratch anything ever.
I mean, they scratch furniture, but not a hardwood floor. No.
You don't think that on a finish on a wood floor, if you dropped a cat or the cat tried to scratch it, you don't think it would leave a mark in the finish?
No.
Okay.
And we're talking about dropping
It's-
that cat once
hold
versus
on.
a dog by default having their fucking nails all
I
over.
believe that you believe that because
No.
I've
No,
met your
you do not
cats.
get to do
I've
that
met your
answer.
cats, and you know what? Your cats are pussies. And you know what? I bet they wouldn't leave any marks.
No.
I know real ass cats. Aslan could fuck up a floor.
No, he
Garen
couldn't.
fucking T.
He
He
couldn't.
absolutely
He
could.
couldn't.
Aslan could destroy a floor.
He couldn't. He could
absolutely
destroy a
would.
carpet.
Maybe not now in his older age, but as a strapping young lad, Aslan would annihilate.
Carpet, yes. Hardwood floor, no.
The finish on
and
wood, it would fuck up, yes.
99.99% of the time that a cat is walking on the floor,
Claws are
their
retracted.
claws are retracted.
What does that have to do with anything? Dogs' claws are not what would fuck up the floor. It'd be the force of the dog hitting the floor and doing things. The claws itself aren't scratching the floor.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
You know you're wrong.
Okay.
Why is it you're wrong so much?
Because
It only to
I've
me?
seen so many dogs in homes with tiles and hardwood floors, and they're not all fucking fucked up.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
It's weird.
I know
you're
you don't know what to
wrong
tell me.
So often, just to me, but I don't know why. What is it that I bring out in you that makes you say the stupidest
Because you're just
thing?
trolling the fuck out of me.
I am
and
not
I know
trolling
you're
you.
trolling
You
me.
are so
You're trolling me?
unbelievably wrong.
Look
as
at
a
that
result.
cat. Fucked it up.
Well, that's like a softwood floor. Anything would fuck that up. That's like a cedar. You can't do a cedar. If there was a dog in there, that thing would be a fucking crater. It would. Is a cat capable of scratching a floor? Yes. Let's look in proportion.
That was the question.
Let's look in proportionality. If I had a cat in an apartment with a cedar floor for 5 years versus a dog, which would be more fucked up at the end of that period?
Probably with the dog.
How much more fucked up?
Quite a bit more fucked up.
How much more fucked up?
A lot more.
Like 80% more?
Probably like 90% more.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
You weren't making the statement
I
that a
was
dog would
making
fuck it up 90% more. You were making the statement that the cat wouldn't fuck it up at all.
I would say.
You said
I
zero.
would say.
Do you know what you should have done? You should have said, my understanding is, or I feel, because if
No,
you would
I
have
don't need
hedged,
to.
I wouldn't be annihilating you right
not
now.
annihilating.
I annihilated you.
You
Lycan
speaking
showed
loud.
a picture of that cat destroying that floor, and now you realize. Fuck me.
Loud does not equal win.
I should have hedged. This
I
is
don't know
why
what to say to
Destiny
you.
debates what he does. This is why he hedges so carefully. And now you look like a total fucking idiot. You look like a
Mr.
fool
Borelli,
right now.
you are such a
You look like a
fantastic
fool.
moron.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I saw the photo that Lycan posted.
Yeah, and it backed my point up.
It was nothing to do with what we were talking about. It was a cat that was forced. Different situation. Okay?
I feel like you sound more like Mr. Girl than
So
Norm right
just
now.
consulting two sources, two
more.
very reliable sources.
No, we're good. We don't need any more.
No,
we already
wait.
saw enough. Unless it backs me up. Go ahead.
What's your position?
Just read it.
Typical fucking
Okay, so this is
Hasidic
from
Judaism tactics that you're doing right now.
Well-renowned dog cat resource, divinesurface.com. And it
Oh.
says cats do not cause much damage whatsoever to hardwood floors. They are generally much smaller in size and weight, therefore their claws don't cause
Generally.
much damage.
Much damage.
Dogs, on the other hand, are more prone to accidents
More
as well
prone
as
to
much
accidents.
heavier and can leave long and deep scratches in hardwood surface.
There you go.
Chat-
Not while walking, but during an accident. And a cat can too, which,
I said we've lost the line.
wow, coincidentally, completely coincides with my statement of probably 90% more damage. Notice how my position hasn't changed at all, and here you are dancing around like a gay clown, okay? Trying to say that your position was
what's
coherent the
cute?
entire time.
You just
And it
got-
wasn't.
You just
It
got
wasn't.
dominated.
I didn't.
And I'm looking
That
at your
fully
strategy.
supports me.
You're
That fully supports everything I
won,
said.
I won,
That fully
I
supports
won,
me.
and you're
It supports
gay.
every
That's what you just
single
said
thing.
to me.
It supports every single thing that I said. You're absolutely fucking annihilated.
Cats are better.
I think you
As a pet,
need to go back to school and take
and they're
debate
softer.
classes before you even talk to me again in an adversarial manner.
I think cats are cuter. So one of the ideas I had, I don't think if it came across on stream earlier. So when I went to Israel, it's a unique place because there's a lot of cats there, especially in Tel Aviv. When I was walking around, it's not funny. Why the fuck are you laughing? Let me tell my fucking story. Just shut the fuck up. All right? As I was walking around Tel Aviv, there was a lot of cats outside, and it's kind of crazy.
They have a lot of sidewalks too. What else do they have that was just so wacky and wild?
Do you think there's a lot of cats in every city, Mr. Borelli?
I've walked around
I am
out here.
an
There's tons of
educated
cats.
professor
Go ahead.
when it comes to cats.
I'm gonna do
I
a
call
cat
my
count.
hands my paws.
Yeah, when I go, I'm gonna do a cat count.
You have
Every
read
single- go ahead.
everything you know
Go.
about
Go.
cats
Go
from
ahead.
fucking furpalace.com.
Go ahead. At least I don't fuck
Shut
them.
up.
Go.
As I was walking around Tel Aviv,
Lots of cats.
which, by the way, looks like fucking DDoS 2 everywhere. I don't
Okay.
know. It's like if you go there, you'll see. It's I don't in my mind when I went to Tel Aviv, I kind of pictured it as like metropolis and fucking the Middle East, and it's like really like a New York City or something. But you go there and it literally looks like DDoS 2. as you walk around.
DDoS 2?
No, I think it looks
It's a map.
Dust 2, you mean?
Counter-Strike.
okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, as you walk around in the city, there's cats
That's because the
everywhere.
Arabs built it.
And so you're
Cats
saying
everywhere.
they can't make a good city?
I'm just saying,
That's
maybe
a
if
little
the
fucked
Israelis
up.
had built it, it would have been a
I don't
metropolis.
know about that, like, and that's a little racist.
Okay,
but
yeah, sure,
that's fine. So I had the idea. Now I don't know if I would do this, but I thought it would be super cool if people had a tour when you went to a city, and instead of seeing like all the sites there, like, hey, we're gonna go see the library. It was built in 1800 or this. Instead, the tour would be based around local famous cats, and you would go on a walking tour, and you'd be like, this is Mr. Mittens, and he hangs out at the library here. And Mr. Mittens is 15 years old. He's an old cat, and he would get fed, and everyone would love him, and he would have a fucking fantastic time, and would be the coolest fucking walking tour of all time as you walk around the city, and then you go to see all these like different unique cats, and then they're there waiting for you, and they happen to be at like some other place that you can see, so you can enjoy the church or something like that.
Stand
that would be a sick fucking tour.
We have a stand at the end of the tour where you can buy like cat trading cards and like Mr. Whiskers and all the famous ones.
Yeah, maybe you could have merchandise. Yeah.
You know what would make that even sicker?
What?
Is imagine if you go and see some of the cats, and there would be things that like people want to see a bunch, but you can't have people go in and everything. What if you went to some stations?
This is sarcasm coming.
It's not sarcasm. What if you go to some places and there's like a giant synagogue?
Yep.
And they want to let you. There's like a guided tour.
I see where this is going.
Do you?
Yeah.
There's a guided tour where the person will talk you through like the construction of the synagogue for like 5 minutes. But what you've done is you go and you see the cat. The cat's here.
Yep.
And you got a big TV here.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not trolling. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. You got a big TV here.
Yeah.
You see the cat.
I'm taking you seriously
and
right
then
now.
you should be, because it's a
Yes.
really good idea.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they give like a 2-minute walkthrough
Yeah.
while the cat has a GoPro attached, and then he walks through the place where he's been trained to walk, and then he goes, all right, and then they can show you as the cat stops at the places and gets a little treat, and then comes back to the beginning.
That's actually a really cute idea.
That would be super. And then you see the cat come back with his girlfriend, like, oh,
He
here's
told you by
Mr.
not
whatever,
trolling
and then they
it.
pet him, and you give him a thing, and you got your whole real life tour.
I don't know, like you're just watching, like I feel like it's more engaging to actually like be there with the cat.
Yeah, but you can't walk up in the synagogue rafters
Yeah,
and everything.
you
The
can't
cat
walk up
could
there.
give you a tour
How
on
are
a
you gonna train
GoPro.
it? How are you gonna train to do it? That'd be
How you
rough.
train any fucking cat, Dan? I
Hey,
don't know.
I don't know. They're you know that's the difference between cats and dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you're gonna have cats stationed around the city for your retarded fucking tour idea, I can't have cats that are trained to walk through a fucking church for 3 minutes?
No, because they're not gonna like your attitude, and they're not
I think
gonna
they
do
would
it.
like my attitude. I've had
definitely
way more
would not.
cats than you
No,
guys. I saw
they-
your cats, okay?
they are not
hate
gonna
you.
want anything to
Your
do with
cats
you.
hate you, and their assholes are massively dilated because you fuck them all the time, Dan. That's what's going on. That's why they hate you. Yeah.
You know, I don't even know what to say to you because that is crude. Okay.
It's not. You're
and it's a
gross.
personal attack. You are a bad person.
No, you're a bad person.
No, you're a bad.
You're a bad person.
You don't get to say that.
One time I visited Dan's house, and he had a friend with him who was allergic to cats, and we step into the living room, and the guy's like, hey, I'm allergic to cats. And Dan's like, oh, that's okay. I know how to get him to run her out of the room immediately. And you know what Dan does? He pulls down his zipper, and all the guys go, whoom, and they run immediately, because Dan's going to fuck him. He ruined my joke. That was a good one. Don't leave me that way. Shut up. No, you fucked it up. No, you're not sorry. Did you fix the ATEM yet? Oh, we're moving everything now?
Why would we have fixed the ATEM at all?
Because we have bars.
We don't. I don't care about these fucking bars.
You should.
Hold on. Don't do
Do you
anything.
feel like you're funny? Like, do you think you could actually do a stand-up thing?
I would destroy you in stand-up.
You know, it would be.
You have a type 5?
It would be so bad. I've never done it, but I know that I would be.
I would only agree to do stand-up with you if you promise not to conceal carry, because you will kill yourself after our 2 routines.
You are not funny to most people. You're
I'm
not
at
you're not
most people.
you're not
I'm a
enjoyable to
riot.
most
I am
people.
so enjoyable.
You're not.
Yeah, you can put me in any environment. Look, I just did a Turkey Tom documentary. Everybody loved me there. Every single person.
No.
The conservatives, the liberals, and your mom.
You're a grating person. That's
I'm not
my
that grating.
personal attack.
Nope.
And
It wasn't a personal attack. It was a
was
compliment.
personal attack.
Your mom likes me.
Leave my mom out of your goddamn mouth, okay?
As soon as she leaves me out of her mouth.
Stop. No, you're a bad. You know what it is? You've lost it. All you can do is your mom jokes now.
I can do any type of joke I want.
Well, that's all you got.
I just
It's
do
weak.
the correct jokes
Your
around
jokes
the
are
correct
weak.
people. They're not.
Listen.
Little pull in, you guys start.
Okay, listen. Real talk though, I don't think you could do stand up.
What?
I don't think you could.
I absolutely. Wait, hold on. Overload in chat. I'm sorry. Is this? Do we have a fucking video
No,
technician?
He said, like it needs to be 4K UHD, and I was telling him that.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. If somebody makes a suggestion, okay. If somebody wants to help with video shit, okay, here's the deal, okay? They need to have a fucking video camera where you can see them, and then every time they suggest something that is in the manual that we've already tried, they have to do one slice of their wrist with a razor blade, okay? So we can immediately filter out anybody that's gonna be like, did you push that setting button for the thing? That's what we'll do. So that guy sounds like a 4 cuts guy. Like it would probably take him 4 cuts to get to some original solution, but maybe he'll skip the 4 self-harm moments if he just like thinks like, oh, well, what wouldn't they have tried first?
First of all, Overload, I appreciate your contribution. Unfortunately, we did try that before. Second of all, you're shitting on the guy who gave you the cat picture.
Which cat picture?
To own Dan.
What?
The one that helped you own Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Overload. I'm glad I'm not making you cut yourself to give me bad tech advice.
It was like that hard to find one photo of a cat fucking up a floor that you guys are worshiping the guy now. That's how pathetic you are.
He's the one who came up with the idea. I didn't even think to do that.
It's just, it's weak, is what it is. Okay.
Do you prefer to edge or goon?
You know, the problem is you don't have kids.
There's just one.
And you don't see yours.
Yeah.
But I have to face mine at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah?
Out of fear that they'll see some of this shit somehow. And I won't know what to say.
Oh, they're seeing it right now. Trust me. I'm talking to one of them.
Like
I got
all
one of them
can
on
do-
Discord.
I think maybe
I'm
I
chatting
just
with her.
become Amish. Oh, see, there we go. There we go. That is like the you have.
What? I can't talk to your kid?
That is you have pushed.
Haven't
it
you talked
too
to Nathan
far,
before?
Too far. Not a good look for you.
Nathan might be here in 2 weeks for a few days. He can hang out with your daughter.
I don't want my kids
They
anywhere
can have,
near your kids.
Oh, because what? They're not Jewish?
No, because I know how you fucking discipline kids. You want to go back to the whole debate we had about spanking? You're psychotic.
I don't spank my kids. I
You
don't punch
said
my
it
kids
would
at
be
over.
okay if Nathan went over to someone's house. I mean, we can.
Yeah, I said that if my kid goes to some other place,
Yes.
he needs to be ready for their discipline. If he fucks around and they spank people, then get fucked. That's on you.
You
Learn how to
are-
act in different environments.
You are.
That's called a life lesson, Dan.
That is called.
That's a life lesson.
You're delusional.
That's a life lesson.
I can't even believe that you would do that.
That's a life lesson.
You would be okay.
That's Nathan learning, hey, yeah, the rest of the world isn't as nice as your pushover dad is. So you know what? If you fuck around out there, you might find the fuck out. So ask your friends next time what the parents do. If you act the fool. And if he does, then get fucked. Boom.
I just
Easy.
imagine poor Nathan going into a house and not taking off his shoes.
Yeah, and he gets his ass whipped. Good.
And
then
you're
he'll know
okay-
for
you're
that.
okay with that.
If that's how the parents discipline their, yeah.
So they have complete authority to do whatever they want.
Once, yeah, that's their house, their rules. And when I get their kid, it's my house and my rules.
Yeah, I am definitely not sending my kids over to hang out with Nathan.
Good. Because they'd come back so disciplined, you'd be like, what happened?
Yeah, they would probably have
Someone
fucking
had- someone
CPTSD.
had suggestions. I just threw them in the
CP,
chat.
really, Dan? Gross. Thanks,
Oh.
Dan. Thanks. Good one, Dan.
It's about the camera controlled by the A10.
Talk about a below the belt hit, below the Velcro belt.
You just talked about messaging my daughter, you fucking psycho.
Why would you assume that that is bad intent?
There is no good intent there.
We could want to play games together.
I
She's
don't-
going to be on the
I don't
Hell.
think- no,
I'm
I
going to
don't
play
think I want-
Helldivers
Are you starting
too.
to play
It's
Minecraft?
going to be me, her, Nathan, and Wolfgang. We're going to play with our children.
You know, Wolfgang's mom is apparently 10 years ago on TeamSpeak, she was hot.
So she's
Good
probably
looking.
still hot.
No,
10
I don't
years
think so.
isn't a lot of
no,
time.
10 years when you're like 50 years old, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Like she was probably like at her peak, but she was good looking back then.
He's younger than us, isn't he?
I don't know. Oh, the old TeamSpeak days. You know those fucking weirdos are still out there somewhere?
Using TeamSpeak?
Not using TeamSpeak. I think they probably migrated to Discord at some point. But that, what were the names of those guys? It was like Populist Meat and, oh, fuck. I'm never going to be able to remember the actual guys. That was way too fucking long ago.
When do we get a Minecraft server?
The benzos have hit too hard.
Good question.
You've subjected these people to
No,
your
I'm
research.
I'm not doing that.
So much.
You're not
What?
playing Minecraft?
No.
Why?
I don't want to. Healer of Pains. Yep, that's another one. Wow, he was a veterinarian.
What if we did a Rust server?